Hello everyone, hope you are well. DoughnutDoney here again, and welcome to another episode of the Retro Football Management series. As you can see, it's a different type of intro than what I've done for a couple of other videos because this is more recent. This is an August 2025 video, not one I've done quite a few years ago. And we're looking at a special game today. Now, the game that you thought was going to be released this episode is not going to happen. Gaza 2 has actually been relegated to the subs bench and will be released another day. The reason being because this game has been released just today, actually time of this recording, and so it's very new and it's very close to my heart because it's based on a game that was released over 40 years ago, and it was only available on mobile phones and it's now been released on Steam. So let's go and have a look at it. So the game we're looking at today is Kevin Tom's Football Star Manager. Now, for those who are fans of football management games, you'll know who Kevin Toms is. He is, of course, the maestro who made Football Manager, the 1982 classic. Now, this is actually the Steam page where you can actually buy the game. Now, Football Manager, of course, was created in 1982 by Addictive Games. Then in 1988, Football Manager 2 came out, and Football Manager 2 I did like. It was a very good game. A couple of years later, we had Football Manager World Cup Edition coming out in 1990, and then the only Football Manager game that's not linked to Kevin Toms, he had no say in it or he wasn't around, was Football Manager 3, which came out in 1991, and it wasn't very good. Now, all these four games have actually been released on my retro channel. Football Manager itself is episode 1, and I think Football Manager 2 is episode 40 or 41, something like that. And then as you later go on the series, you'll see Football Manager World Cup Edition and Football Manager 3 as well, and they've all done pretty well in the views, and it's nice to actually do this game as well because this is kind of like the Football Manager 2025. And of course there's other versions of Football Manager around, like the Football Manager Revisited site is worth looking at because that is a really good version of what Football Manager 2025 would look like if it was done on a Spectrum 128K. For this one, we're looking at basically a updated version or a new look version of what the classic Football Manager 1982 game would look like on a PC. And this game first came out on a mobile for many years. Kevin has been developing it for many years, and finally on the day of this recording you can now actually buy it for literally £4.99 here in the UK, and buy it and then give it a go. So let's go and see what the game is actually like. So you start the game from Steam and you play on your PC. You can play on any type of PC because it should run quite easily. When you start the game, you'll hear a massive like referee whistle, which I hadn't put on because it would probably deafen you. So what you do is you can see here Kevin Tom's Football Star Manager. And here you've got the original Football Manager revised by the original author Kevin Toms, 2015 to 2025. Here you can continue a save game, which I actually did save a game, but I'm not going to go back to it because I want to show you how you start from fresh. So obviously we'll start a new game, so you click that first. It's a very quick game. It's quite easy to go through all the screens here. You start a new game and then it says, are you sure? Because I'm going to actually overwrite an existing game. So I said yes, I'm doing that. You won't get that obviously when you start a brand new game. So we're going to type in manager name. Of course we know what I'm going to type in, so I'm going to type in Doughnut. Hopefully you can read that. It's quite small writing. And then you click continue. Now this is where you select your team name. So by doing that, you then try to go through the list. I'm using my mouse here to go through all the teams' names. You can see there is a lot of teams' names. These are all the Premiership sides, and then you go through the alphabetical order, and then you can see Chelsea's there. I'm obviously looking for Oxford. Oxford is actually further down the list, and they're actually called Oxford, just Oxford in this, which a little bit annoying because they're really Oxford United. There's Oxford coming up in a minute, hopefully. There we go. There's Oxford United. Interesting what it's done, because I actually changed the team name from Oxford to Oxford United and it's remembered it. But one thing I did notice when I changed the team name, there was actually 2 Oxfords in the game, which was odd. But you could also see, if you went into the list, like there's Halifax, there's Bury. I think this is based on the 1982 database of names, because Bury is now Bury FC or something like that now. Halifax don't exist anymore. They are now renamed as a different type of side. Darlington also are a Phoenix club. There's a lot of Phoenix clubs here, which is great. But you can go in and change everything. There you go, and it goes right down to York. So let's get back up to Oxford. Oxford, continue. And then here you can edit your team name. I've actually done this before. When you actually load the game up for the first time, Oxford's just Oxford, not Oxford United. But it's definitely it's in here. So you click continue. And then you got your start new season. This gives you the basic facts, the manager name, what level you're on, seasons, cup round. There is a certain amount of levels you can have, from really hard to really easy. And then you got European Cup round. So there's European Cup in here. And there is the cup as well. So you get European Cup, FA Cup and League, depending on how well you do, of course. You then click continue. And then here's the skill level, from 7 to the hardest to level 1 the easiest. So obviously I'm going to go level 1. So you click continue, and this is the main screen. Now what can you see here? You got transfer list players. This is an obvious one. You go in there and you select which players you want transfer list. Morale boost, if you want to, your team's morale might drop if you start having a bad season, so if you click that, it'll boost them up. Print score, so if you connect this to I'm guessing to a PC printer, it prints out stuff, just like the original Football Manager game as well. Obtain a loan, a bank loan, pay off the loan, and save game. It's very basic, this game. Again, don't expect this to be like any of the current Football Manager games, or even the more recent Spectrum games. More recent, what I mean by late 80s, early 90s Spectrum games. This really is very similar to the Football Manager 1982 classic game. Hence why I think that's why he's done it. It's just like a real nice companion to the game, I think. Now to that classic game. Now the other is the leaderboards, records and customize. You can go in and change anything you want, which is great. You can even put the 99 to continue. If you know what the 99 to continue is, then you're a real Football Manager fan. In the old days, of course, on Spectrum, you had to type 99 all the time to continue to the next screen. You can either turn that on if you want to, or turn it off. Now we can put the color scheme. So here I can change the color scheme of the game, which is great. So let's change it to something like sky blue. Let's change to sky blue for a little while. You can go from default white, so it starts on white. Let's go through all of them. You've got yellow, retro grey, green screen. Green screen's actually quite nice, actually. We might do green screen. Night vision. Oh, that's the black screen. Sky blue. Oh, these are really nice colors. The reds, claret, half-time oranges, like that, half-time oranges, and blues. Actually, the blue and the sky blue are really nice, but what I think we're going to go is green. Green is good screen, so it makes you be able to see the text much better. Let's click continue. You can have the sound on and off. The sound only comes on when you're playing the football games, and the only sound you see is the referee whistle, and also when the goal is scored, and also when the players kick the ball. Now you can change the team name, league teams, cup teams, European Cup teams. So if you change the cup teams, okay, you can change that one. I just want to see what it does. League team names, which is basically the same as cup teams. And then you can change all the players' names, for instance. These could be, I think, the members that you got in your team currently. And it's a mixture of the 1982 England database names and a few modern names here. So it's great to see that. So you got, for instance, Kenny Sampson, who was a name featured in the 1982 game, Hoddle, Robson. But then you've got also Owen, who could be based on Michael Owen, or it might even be an Owen of 1982. But let's change one of these games. I think these are the team members in your game currently. So I'm going to change Talbot and just go up there, and I'm going to, you can hear me tap because I've got this microphone. Tap to that, save changes, and don't need changes straight away, and then click continue. Set team colors actually might be quite good, so you can actually set your own team color. So Oxford play in yellow, so I'm going to select yellow, and there we go, click continue. So my side are in yellow now. So yeah, you can even put the good old-fashioned 99 back in, but we're not going to. We're just going to have the good continue button, and then you continue again. And then here we go, the first league match. You're in Division 4. Again, this is 1982. You don't have Premier Division, Championship, League 1, League 2 in the UK here. This is the only English leagues. You have the good old Division 1 to Division 4, which is, I think, a lot easier to figure out. So we're against Halifax. You click continue, and then it shows you what position you're currently in, which of course we just started the season, and then gives you the main ratings. Fitness, our morale is quite low, hence why sometimes you might want to use that morale boost. And then you got your defence, midfield, attack. You can see that our defence has got 1 at the moment compared to Halifax. You always compare your defence, midfield, attack to their ratings. What you normally do is look at their attacking rating to your defence, and then your attacker rating to their defence. So you can clearly see that Halifax are very strong in defence and attack, but they're very weak in midfield. So we're dominating in midfield, but as it says clearly there, that we have picked too few players, so we need to change the team, so our figures will change. And there we go. So here's your team currently. The basic ratings are very simple in this game. You've got goals, skill rating from 1 to 5. 5 is top, 1 is a little worst. Fitness, this will vary all the time. There's no training in this game, so more time these players play the game, the fitness level will start to drop, and then you have to rest them. This rates from 1 till 20. So for instance, Robson here is fully fit on 20, while Samson's on 9. And then you combine it to see if you can get the best team. So overall, my side is, especially in attack, is quite strange. We've got Doney and Owen on 5-star. 5-star means they're the top rated players. And then the other two are quite low. And you can see here by their transfer values. So 0.325 million in English terms means basically £325,000. So how do you select your players? Now we need to pick 2 players because obviously you need 11 on the field. So I need to boost the defence up. So I'm going to put Martin in and Mills in. And also I've just noticed there is no goalie. So I need to put a goalie in. So I need to take the goalie in. I'll put Parks in. But it says you've got 12 players, but obviously you can't play 12. So I need to take someone out. So I will probably unpick. I have to unpick Neil, I think. So you click continue, and then here are the ratings. So funny enough, actually, let's go back and see, can you actually put a non-goalie in the squad? Will it let you? No goalkeeper, defense weakened, change team. Ah, that's very good, because I remember in some old games you could actually do that, but not in this one. So I have to change. I have to take Samson out and put a goalie in, which we've got 2 very good goalies and they're quite young as well. Obviously I might have to start selling players. I might have to sell one of these 2 players. I might put them on the transfer list in a minute. But anyway, Parks is in goal now, and you can see change team. Defense 16, so that's gone from 1 to 16, so much better. 16, 11, 11. So we're beating them in midfield. I got a feeling our attack is 11 to their 17, so we might struggle with shooting attempts, and they will as well. So this looks to me like it's going to be a draw. Now the way you do it is you've got text, you've got highlights, and you've got retro. So text is obviously text highlights. We will look at all 3 because this game does go quite fast. So the first thing we're going to look at is text. So we click text, and then you can hear the sound of the game. You can hear oh, yeah, it's goal being scored, and it actually tells you who scores it, Martin. In the game I thought was going to be a draw, we're actually winning. This is the progress of the game, how long the game will go on for. Actually, we're doing much better than I thought we would do. Oh, Halifax has scored. And there you go. Full time. Game's finished. So you click continue. Tells you what's happened, and then we'll go through the other results very quickly. Of course, this is not done on the Spectrum emulator. It's done on your normal PC, but I think even on a basic PC it'll go very fast. Remember, this game is based on a mobile game. Click continue, and then it gives you a good old-fashioned league table. Win, defeat, draw and losses. No home and aways. This is just the basic table. So we're currently in 2nd place, 16 teams in the league, and of course there's 4 divisions. Again, the game is custom friendly. You can change all the team names, you can change all the player names, so you can make it for 4 divisions in France or something, or Germany, wherever you are. Click continue, and now here comes the transfer market. So you've got, for instance, I won't be interested in player because he's a bit too old. So you can click on the bid. You can see he's worth 0.6 million or 600,000. You can then bid for any of these options. Then obviously it's a bit random you're going to get him. I think the rules are if you bid for 6 million plus, like one of these options, then you've got more chance of getting him, but then of course you lose more money. You start off with 10 million, which is a nice amount, but if I bid for him for 360,000, then I might not get him, but I'm not going to bid for him anyway, so I'm just going to click continue. And then you go for your basic finances screen. You see your transfers, your gate receipts. So £190,000 came in. Sponsors, put £250,000 in. No loans because we haven't got a bank loan. The wage bill, of course, even though you don't actually see the contracts, how much each player's contract is, it's just a number. And your weekly balance. So we actually made money. So I think if we lose money, that'll go red, as in sort of like a negative figure. But we actually made 136,000. So that's 10,136,000. So you click continue, and you go back to the same screen, and the whole thing repeats itself. But let's transfer some players this time. It tells you all the goal scorers, which is good. I'm going to transfer list Moses, and I will transfer list McCall, and I will transfer list Samson. And then they will get sold, but it won't tell you. There's no sort of like process screens. It just tells you they got sold. And then you click continue, and then we'll go through these records and records and leaderboards when we've played more games. So let's go straight to our next game. We've got 14 morale boosts. But I think our morale should have gone up because we actually won the last game. Port Vale, so they're 5th. We're currently 2nd. Click continue. No, we don't need to change the team, but we'll go and have a look at anyway. Again, their midfield and attack is so much better than ours though, so this is going to be interesting. See if we change team. Can we put anyone in? Remember, the fitness levels do go down every time playing them, so I'm going to take Parks off because he's on an 8 and put Watson in, who's still pretty good. So fitness 20. I will take Hunt out and put Ricks in. That's good. And I have to put one of the ones in, but eventually we'll transfer these guys, as you can see, and buy a better attacker in and see what happens. Click continue. So this time we're going to try highlights and see what changes there are going to be. So click highlights, and let's see the game. So as you remember, we chose the team colour to be yellow, so we're in yellow. The opposing side are in various colours, but this is very similar to the classic Football Manager 82 screen, with a few good alterations. Like you can see here, oh, great goal by Mills, and he's a defender scoring a goal like that. You can see all the chances being done. Good little bit of passing. The goal is famous for being like that, done in the 3D wire type technique, but I would think it would done a little bit better to be brutally honest. But you can see the pitch there, basic size pitch. Oh, this is Port Vale, 1-1. There's no crowd, there's no advertising boards as you've seen in the recent Football Manager Revisited video. But again, it brings back memories of what this game was like in its 1982 version. Again, go back to episode 1 of the retro series to see the original Football Manager. Oh, that's actually a miss. You know when a goal's in when it tells you there's a goal. Of course, Port Vale are meant to be actually quite good, so I'm not surprised they scored. Now in this game we don't change halves, by the way, so it just stays like this. Oh, yeah. I've also noticed that the chances do vary a lot. but both sides do miss some real sitters, real good chances. They somehow, oh, great goal, except for that time. You think they should easily score this, and they don't. It's kind of like Sunday League football at times. But I like the animation of the players. But it's a bit random, this. This does actually remind me of Football Manager 2, actually. If you remember what the game highlights of Football Manager 2 are like, this reminds me very much of that. Yeah, this reminds me more of Football Manager 2 than Football Manager, the highlights. Because in Football Manager 2, it seems that... Yay! Owen scored that goal, by the way. In Football Manager 2, if you remember, the highlights, every time the ball went around in the field, it was like it was attracting the players like a magnet, so they were all charging for the ball. It's quite funny watching it. So we won that 3-1. Goes through all the results again. We're doing well, top of the table, second, sorry. And then here we go, the transfer market. We're not interested in a one skill player, he's a bit too old as well. No one got sold, because normally if a player got sold, he'll be mentioning here under transfers. But we actually made 211,000. Yeah, that's not bad. So we're actually making a little bit more money. Or are we making any money? I think that went... Get receipts. No, okay. Sponsors' money's always coming in, which is nice. So that's the next game. So let's carry on, because I want to see what the retro... I've got a feeling the retro highlight is 1982, which would be amazing to see. The 1982 type highlights. So against Southend, this time it's a cup game, because they're in a higher division as us, because you expect them to be a little bit better than us, which they're not, actually. That's a surprise. Right, someone has got injured. The eye comes up, means, oh, we've got 3 players injured. Wow, in one go. So luckily, out of those 3 players, only one of them is a regular. 2 of them, sorry. But we have to pick a player because we've only got 10 players. So I might have to... Who should I pick? And I can't pick any midfielders because we've got none left. We got basically Moses or 2 defenders. I have to put one of the defenders in, I think. So Samson comes in, 11 players. Continue. So our fitness level's good, better than them. Their defence is weak. Overall, we're a better side than them. Their attack is slightly better, but it's nothing to worry about. So let's look at retro and see what happens. Yeah. So retro is kind of making it look like it's a Spectrum game again. Obviously it can't be exactly what the Spectrum version, because that's the version I played, looked like, but it's very similar. The players are a bit different, well, a lot different. Ooh. I do prefer the highlights version. This is a little bit creepy, I have to say. (2-0). 2-1, sorry. Oh, didn't see Southend score. Well, this should go in. Yes, it did go in. This is the easiest setting though. Oh, another goal. Foster again. 4-1. We're through to the next round. And what you do then, the game goes through all the other sides, including replays, which don't exist anymore, of course, in the FA Cup here in England. Now there you go, there's Oxford. So there's two Oxfords oddly in this game. There's an Oxford and Oxford United. So that's a strange, maybe it's a strange little bug. No real shocks I don't think, but it did go quite fast. So we go back to the league table, which hasn't been updated because all the sides featured in the cup round. And then we got Reyes. Reyes is a quite up-to-date name, based on Claudio Reyes, I think, the Arsenal midfielder many years ago. He is a midfielder. No, we don't want any. We want someone a bit higher skill up. So I'll click continue. No players sold again. No surprise, but we did make a bit of money, which was nice. And then you carry on. So let's look at some of these other screens I haven't seen yet. So leaderboards, you click on that, and leaderboard level 1. Leaderboards update your data at the end of each season, so you won't actually see much at the moment. Yeah, it's all blank because we're not at the end of the season. You even got a rich list. How rich your side gets. That's really good. And then you get records. Now this records good screen is good. This, if you want to know what the league table is, you go through here. There's a current league table. Top goal scorers for your side. So you can see Owen's a top goal scorer of 4. Doney hasn't actually scored any yet. And then you got season records, which gets updated I think the end of the season. Basically on this you get what level, points, and all these data as well. And then you get season top scorers, so each season you'll see your players noted here. Yeah, so let's continue one more game. So we're playing Hereford now. Too few players, so we've got to check the team. So there's very few screens in this. It's very easy to get into. Our players, these players are still injured. It doesn't actually tell you how long they're injured for, which is a bit of a, yeah, it would be nice, but I suppose that'd be more code to put in. So we put another player in. So, oh crikey, Owen's got a fitness of 2, but I can't put anyone else. I can actually. Yeah, and Doney's on a fitness of 5 and McCorn a fitness of 8, so we definitely need to get some fit other players in, I think. So here's our side. We're playing Hereford, which we should easily win. We're going to put back to the 2025 highlights because I think that's the best one of the 3. So we click highlights and let's watch the game. Is it me or has the picture's changed? The picture looks different. Owen has scored again. Not bad for a guy on fitness of 2. Now the opponent's team colours do change. It's not always white. I have seen blue being used a few times. Hereford seem to be attacking a lot more than I thought they would. They actually scored. We should be easily winning this one. Oh, look at this run. Great goal. Owen again. That reminds me of the 1998 World Cup goal that Owen scored. If it is based on Michael Owen, I'm sure it is. Come on, Oxford, hold on. On this mode, it doesn't tell you how much longer the game is for, of course. On the text-only mode, you'll see that. Oh, good save by the goalie with his feet. He seems to only save with his feet. Hereford are definitely attacking a lot more than I thought they would. Yeah. I think this is... we're dropping points here. Oh well, never mind. 2-2. So we're down to 3rd now. Oh, Hull no, Hereford went 8th. Here we go. Adebayo, the Arsenal striker. We definitely need him. I'm going to try 2.25. Players in demand, another bid. Okay. Now 1.65. Let's go up to 2.47. Oh God, they 2.31. No, I'm going to click continue. It's getting a bit too expensive now. So I'm going to just try my luck and see if we get him another player next time. So we click continue. I'm going to turn sound off for this game this time. Click continue. So Hopefully you can hear me a little bit more. Change team. Okay, we need to make changes here because a lot of players are now, yeah, definitely those two. So we need to take Doney out and put in Mills. Oh god, Owen's on 1. I will have to put our 2 skill 120s in. Oh, we only got skill 14 there. So our attack is actually going to be quite weak in this game. But there's nothing much we can do about that. They all definitely need a bit of a fitness boost. So we'll go back to, let's go text for this one. So it's dead silent because I've turned the sound off, so you can just hear me this time. Let me know if you're liking this this way of using a microphone instead of my headphones. This is, I think, only the 3rd video that I've actually used microphone like this. The War of the Worlds video, which was the last release, I used the microphone, and it does make me sound a lot more clearer. There's also drawbacks, of course. Okay, this game has ended up 0-0. Oh well, never mind. I think we're starting to drop points because of our fitness level. We're down to 5th now. We're still unbeaten though. Okay, midfield, Sterling. Yeah, that's definitely a more current name. 55. We might try him actually. 61. Yeah, we're going for 610,000. Just getting him to boost players up. And Samson has been sold for 300,000. So weekly balance, we still lost money though because we bought a player. We minus 205,000, which doesn't kill our money at all. Now you notice there's no fixture list in this. It's just games come up when they come up. So click continue. European Cup. Here we go. It's the European Cup now. We're not in this, of course. You can change all these teams' names if you want to. So you can make it really up to date. Barcelona just beaten Moscova. Defence. Okay. Oh, another transfer market. I think we probably need a good defender. Another bid. Yeah, there we go. I'm trying to... And yeah, McCall 1 has just been sold. So our team is starting to change a bit. Let's go to continue. Continue again. We'll put the sound back on for the next game. Right, change the team. Right, how's our fitness levels? Owen's gone up to 3. Doney's gone up to 5. I need to put one of them in. Actually, I need to put a lot of players in. I'll put them both back in. We'll put the new guys in as well as some of the other ones. So let's take Hoddle out and put in Sterling. Anyone else we could do? Yeah, here we go. Osman out because he's got 2, and put Phillips in because he's 18. Oh, yep. Goalie, yeah, goalie's fine. Midfield, because we've got an option now to do that for midfield because we didn't have the option before. We now need the option. We need to buy a striker. Click continue. Yeah, overall pretty decent. Highlights, and then put the sound back on. Oh, is that sound? There you go. Actually, you can't hear the sound, can you? That's odd. I'll try to sort that out after this game, see why suddenly the sound isn't working anymore. So slight colour clash here because York in red and we're in yellow. Hopefully you can make out who's who. Basically York are attacking from right to left. We're attacking, and York had just scored, and we're attacking from left to right. Could this be our first defeat, I wonder? Yeah, it's weird about this sound not working now. I need to change it, I suppose, when we play the next game. Oh, Owen just scored. 7th goal of the season. Oh, I think the game's just crashed. Yes, I think the game's crashed. That's the first time it's happened, actually. Oh, that's unfortunate because I haven't saved the game either. Alright, so we'll have to end it because the game has crashed, and I was going to end this video anyway. So that's an unfortunate ending when the game has actually stopped. So that is Kevin Tom's Football Star Manager. Basically, if you love Football Manager 1982, you will love this game. But just be warned, it might crash on you. But let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this video, and as always, please like, subscribe and make a comment. I will comment back. And I'll see you next week for another. There's actually going to be a special episode on Wednesday, which if you're a fan of Football Manager, the newer series, I think you will love it. And of course we have a retro episode on the Saturday. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. DoughnutDoney saying goodbye. Goodbye. What are your thoughts about this game? Please let me know in the comments. Many thanks for watching this video. Greatly appreciated. If you like this channel, please send me a like or subscribe.